Good morning, students. In this video lecture, we will talk about electric cell and we would see the different type of connections of the cells. So, in the previous video lecture, we have talked about Kirchhoff voltage law (KVL), and I think you have practiced in your homework and you are well aware of Kirchhoff voltage law. Now we are in the situation that we can discuss the electric cell. So just start the electric cell. We will not go through with the working because this is not in the syllabus. So we would just take the brief idea of the electric cell and the terms which are related to electric cells. You know that there are two nodes, there are two metallic plates of different materials. So these are two metallic plates of different materials, and in this they are dipped in a solution. They are dipped in a solution, and that solution is called electrolyte. That solution is called electrolyte. Okay. So here one plate is positively and second plate is negatively charged. First plate is called anode and this plate is called cathode. Okay. So here you are seeing that the cell is not connected with any external circuit. It means it is an open circuit. Cell is open circuit. Okay. Now, as we connect the cell with the external circuit, the flow of charges start taking place. So what happens when we connect the cell with an external circuit whose resistance is, let's say, R. This is the resistance, external resistance capital R. So what happens? Here, electrolyte breaks into the ions. Electrolyte breaks into the ions, and the positive ions move through this positive plate, and when it moves through this, so this plate becomes positively charged. When the ions move here and negative ions move here, so actually negative ions, when reach at this position, they provide electrons to this plate, and after getting the electrons actually wants to, here the number of electrons start increasing and here the number of electrons start decreasing, because as positively charged ions move here, this plate provides the electrons to that positively charged ion, and that particular ion get neutralized. In the same way, this negative ions when reached here, this negative ions give the electron to this particular metallic plates, and it would also neutralize. And this electron, so here the number of electrons would be in excess, and here the number of electrons would be in, here the deficiency of the electrons and here the excess of the electrons. And as we know that the electrons actually want to overcome this difference. So as we connect a path, and that path is our metallic path, because we know that electron cannot move in the metallic, electron cannot move like in air like this. So we have to give a metallic path for the electron so that it can move from this plate to this plate, so that the excess of electron would reach here, so that the deficiency of the electron in this particular plate can be reduced. So for that reason, as we connect both the terminals by the external circuit, the excess electrons start moving in this plate, and this plate is actually providing the electrons to the ions. So you are seeing that electron is moving like this, and from inside the electrolyte, this is the positive ion is moving here, and this is the negative ion is moving here. Positive ion means it has a deficiency of electrons, and when it reaches here, this plate would provide electrons to this positive ions and it get neutralized. And there is an excess of electron, so it gives the electron, excess electron to this plate and it get neutralized. So this ion is moving here and this ion is moving here. As we know that the direction of the current is opposite to the direction of the motion of the negatively charged particles. So for this particular ions, negative ion, the current contribution is in this direction, and for this positive ion, the current contribution is in this direction. So the total current are added because of both the ions motion. Okay, because charge is moving in a particular direction, so there is a current, and the current because of both two you are seeing here, it is in the same direction. It means it would be added. Now, what is outside the circuit? You are seeing here electrons is moving in this direction. It means current is moving in this direction. Here to here. This is the direction of the current. So you are seeing that in the whole circuit, inside the cell, outside the cell, the direction of the current is the same. Direction of the current is like this. But inside the cell, there is no motion of electron. There is motion of which are moving? Ions are moving. So cell के अंदर आपके ions लगातार move कर रहे हैं और outside the cell electrons are moving. Okay? And as we know that when the ions move, just like the electron move in a conductor, when the ions move, they experience the repulsive force because of the other ions present in the material, and this repulsive force is called here resistance of this electrolyte. It means this electrolyte material would also provide the resistance for the motion of these ions, and the resistance of the electrolyte is represented by letter small r. This is called resistance of the electrolyte, or it is also called the internal resistance of the cell. So this is called internal resistance of the cell. Internal resistance of the cell, or it is also called resistance of the electrolyte. The electrolyte resistance. So this is called electrolyte resistance or internal resistance of the cell, and it is represented, I am representing it as small r. Okay. So these two, this you have cleared what is the small r in the cell and how the cell works. You have cleared that the positive ion moves towards the anode, and anode, how it get the positive charge? By transferring the electrons, because this is a metallic plate, there is a what? There is a number of free electrons present in the metallic plate, and as this ions move towards this, and when it touches the metallic plate, an electron would transfer from this surface to the electron to the ions, and it would get neutralized, and it means positive charge of this ion is transferred to this plate. That's why this will become positively charged, means deficiency of the electron is created in this plate, and it is called anode. And here in the same way, electrons, this is excess electrons, and as it reaches here, this would provide electrons to this plate, and it would get excess of electron, and the charge on this is negative charge, and these excess electrons actually want to again reach from where the deficiency is. So for that I have connected these two plates by a metallic wire, because electrons cannot move from here to here, because this is not a metallic path. So electrons cannot move. Here only ions can move. Okay, which are moving also. So electron, for motion of electron, we have just connected a metallic wire. We have provided a path for the electron motion, and electrons are started moving here to here. And as electrons are moving here, current is moving like this. One is terminal voltage and second is EMF, electromotive force. EMF, electromotive force. So we have two terms, terminal voltage and electromotive force. What is the terminal voltage and what is the electromotive force? Okay. For defining the electromotive force, which is also potential difference. So what is terminal voltage and what is electromotive force? It is represented by and this we can say is represented by V. Okay. So what is it? As you know that we have defined potential V equal to W by Q. We have defined the potential V equal to W by Q like this. This is the definition basic of the potential, and in the same way we would define the electromotive force. So electromotive force is the work done. It is equal to the work done if we move a unit positive charge from a point that point could be anywhere. If we move a unit positive charge from a point and move the charge in the whole circuit externally and inside the cell up to the same point. If we move the charge from a point through the whole external circuit as well as through the internal circuit and we reach at the same point, then the work done for moving of that particular charge is called electromotive force. So what is electromotive force? It is the work done carrying the unit positive charge from a point in the cell externally and also internally and reaching at the same point, then the total work done is called electromotive force. And what is the terminal voltage? Terminal voltage is just simple. It is the voltage at the terminals. It is the potential difference of the terminals. But we cannot define like this. What is the terminal voltage? We would define in the same way. Moving a unit positive charge from the cathode to anode externally. It is the work done moving a unit positive charge from anode to cathode, or you can say cathode to anode externally. This is called terminal voltage. So terminal voltage is the work done. It is the work done moving a unit positive charge from one terminal to another terminal. You can also say like that externally, but important part is external. It means here to here or here to here externally from one terminal to another terminal. The work done carrying a test charge from one terminal to another terminal externally is called terminal voltage. What is the relation between these two quantities E and V? Okay. Before defining the relation between E and V, this is a physical structure. This is the structure of cell. Now we are going to concentrate on the electrical equivalent of the cell. Electrical equivalent of cell. This is very important for your examination part of view. What is the electrical equivalent of the cell? This cell, whole circuit, this is the physical circuit. Now we are going to represent it as electrically. So we have this is what? This is EMF, E, and it has also the internal resistance. So I am representing it as R. And what is this? These are the terminals. We can say this is A, this is B. This is positive, this is negative. This is anode and this is cathode. So this figure you have to keep in your mind. This is very important figure. This is the electrical equivalent of the cell. EMF of the cell, internal resistance of the cell, and these are the terminals. Okay. Now, suppose we have not connected. I am representing it as here again. This is E, this is R, and we have connected it as external, and this is capital R. Capital R. Okay. Now, suppose we want to find terminal voltage. Means we have found, if we want to find that potential difference between A and B. So what we have to do? Let's see. Is the terminal voltage would be equal to the EMF in that case? Just write the KVL equation. Just write the Kirchhoff voltage law. But before applying the Kirchhoff voltage law, I am asking you a question. What is the potential difference across this resistance capital R? It is actually nothing but the potential difference between these 2 points, and which is terminal voltage. It means potential difference across this resistance is equal to the terminal voltage. Because here suppose there the potential is V1. Let's say there is a potential V1. Let's say there is a potential V2. Okay? And as this is a metallic part, and we know that the metal are equipotential surface. So here is V1, here is also V1. Here is V2, here is also V2. It means potential difference between these 2 points, between across the resistors are V1 minus V2, and which is equal to the terminal voltage. It means, and now apply the KVL, and as I told you, for applying the KVL, we would first take a current direction. So suppose current is like this. You can also take like this. There would be no problem. Actually, your final answer would be negative, as I told you, and it means the direction you have assumed is wrong, and the direction real would be done just opposite what you have assumed. Okay. So current is flowing like this. So this terminal would be high potential, this terminal would be low, and the potential of these two and potential across this resistance is, I am taking it as terminal voltage VT, because we have just seen here, and this is E. What is potential here? It is represented by small p, and this term will be positive and this will be negative, because current is moving like this to here. Now apply the KVL, make the monitor E, reference voltage, this is plus and this is plus, plus plus connected, repel. It means the sign of this will be different. So this one, this is minus VT. Now this is negative, this is negative, and this would also repel. So ये दोनों भी निकल जाएंगे, तो इसका साइन भी इससे अपोजिट होगा, माइनस इक्वल टू 0. Algebraic sum of all the voltages is equal to 0. Now here, what is VT? VT equal to E minus V. VT equal to E minus V. And what is V? V equal to I R. V equal to what is current? Named as I. Current is I, resistance is R. So what is V? Small v, I, and the internal resistance of R. So you are seeing here the terminal voltage is less than the electromotive force. Electromotive force, terminal voltage is less than the electromotive force. When the current is flowing in the circuit, it means it is a closed circuit. And suppose it is open. If it is an open circuit like this is open circuit. We have not connected any circuit outside. So in that case, is the current flowing in this? No. There will be no current, and if there will be no current, there will be no potential drop across this resistance. So the small v will be 0. If the circuit is not closed, current will be 0 there. So this current is 0, it is 0, it means VT equal to E. For open circuit, I equal to 0, hence small v equal to 0. Small v is what? Voltage drop across the cell. Voltage drop across the cell. Yeah, we can say internal resistance. Okay. So minus IR. So here when I equal to 0, VT equal to. So for open circuit, terminal voltage is equal to the electromotive force, but when the circuit is closed, it is not, it is always less than electromotive force. So this is the basis of, we have defined terminal voltage, we have defined electromotive force. I have introduced internal resistance of the cell and what is the function of the cell in just a short term, because this is not in your syllabus. These things are in your syllabus, so you have to keep attention in these terms. And we would next define, in the next video lecture we would study the combinations of cell and that things. Thank you.